Hello there and welcome to my workshop. Now I've been getting quite a few emails asking why I haven't been putting up any CNC or laser content recently. Well, I've had the last 6 weeks getting over a leg injury, which I had an accident and buggered my leg up, and it's 95% there now, so I can start videoing again. I actually have quite a bit of exciting news to tell you today. So I'll take you up to the screen here and we'll get into it. As you all know, I have done many builds, whether it be the CNC milling machine, CNC mini lathe, or the 3 or 4 CNC routers I've made, namely the MIDI, the MAXI, and the AMAX. Well, I suppose it'd be about a year ago, I started getting comments and emails from people that were explaining to me that they would love to build one of my CNC routers, and incidentally all the drawings and the where to get the parts from at the best price for all my builds are available to all patrons on my Patron pages. And quite a few of my patrons and a lot of you guys out there, subscribers, were sending me messages saying that they would love to build one of my routers, but they didn't feel comfortable in buying the raw materials and actually making the parts and putting it together. And I can understand that. I mean, if you're going to build something like the AMAX, when I finished beginning of this, end of last year, it's going to cost you $3,500 thereabouts, to build it yourself. I mean, that's just some of the parts, and it can be expensive. So I sort of took a bit of a long, hard look at my channel and my viewers, and I sort of discovered that, well, for the CNC routers, there are 2 groups. There are the absolute beginners, and of course then there's the people that are more advanced and possibly want a larger machine, and maybe do some production work, or even start their own business, or at least get their investment in their machine, some of their investment back, making articles for markets and things like that, or even just the corner shop down the road. So I have done a lot of research to find the absolute best machines that you could possibly get, and I've gone 2 different avenues. Now everybody knows, and it would be my advice actually, if you want to get started with CNC routers, go buy yourself a $250, $300 3018, okay, and have a play around with that. Now I have done some 3018 videos. I've got one. I've done, I don't know, 10 to 12 videos about that, how to even enhance it a bit and get the best out of it. But really, I suppose these next 20 or so videos, what I found I needed to do to cover right across my channel. You know, the ones that have used the 3018 and want to sort of step up to the next level. I wouldn't go onto eBay and buy the 6040s and things like that you see there. There's a lot of problems with them. So anyway, searching through all the manufacturers and, you know, going onto the, you know, certain forums, and finding out, you know, what the customers think of them, of different machines, and all this sort of thing. Anyway, I've done a lot, you know, over the last 12 months of digging around to find the best machines. So what I've done, I have found 2 machines, and I've ordered them. I've ordered 2 machines. Now, they sort of both come in a kit form, but they're relatively big. Now, I'll show you the one now, which is going to be the first one to arrive. It will be arriving this week. So I'm going to be building a bench to put it on, which will be the next video. And this is it's a pretty well identical size to the AMAX that I built, but this is one that you can buy directly from the manufacturer. And it is this one here, actually. It's from Yuyong Industries in China. Now, they're down by Hong Kong. Now, I know what you're going to say, oh, Chinese company. They're practically all Chinese, but it's picking the right one. Now, this is a kit, okay? But it's a very special kit. It's very, very well priced. All these prices are US dollars. All right, so we'll make the one up that I ordered. So it's, and you can see here that they come in varying sizes, from 500 by 750, that's millimeters, that's the bed size, all the way up to 1515, that's 1.5 meter by 1.5 meter. Incidentally, I will interrupt myself here. Look at the price, from 2,100 virtually to just under 3,000. All right, so that's 2,900. Don't forget you'll have freight on top of that. But I was originally looking at Avid, and for me to get the 3636 size here in Australia, it was going to cost me $18,000. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. So I wouldn't even entertain it. The bigger machine was going to cost me $22,000. It's a damn kit. You don't go paying $22,000 for a kit CNC router. Anyway, here we go. Let's go into here and we'll have a look at this one. And so this is the one that I got. Let me see. You can have it in industrial black, or you can have it in the silver. I chose the black, so you choose the size. So you can have 1,000 by 15 too if you want, but 1,000 by 1,000 suits me here. It's going to end up identical size to the AMAX over there, which I'm very happy with. And you can actually have an offline controller with it too. It's the little brother of the SMC5 actually, but I actually went Mach 3 control. I went 2.2 kilowatt water cooled. I prefer water cooled because they're quieter, and of course they run really cold, really cool. And it's 220 volt. That's Australia voltage. They do, they'll do 110 as well. Okay, so that is what I got, and this is it here. This is it all broken down. So this is what you get in the kit. You get absolutely everything. So there's the breakout board, which is a very good breakout board. You get sort of all the sensors. These are proximity sensors, so you get all the good stuff. In fact, I don't know how they're doing it for the price. It's really good. Three power supplies. So that power supply gives 24 volt to the breakout board. These two here give power to the 4 motors. It's got 2 on the Y and 1 for all the rest. Let's see what else we got. Dead man stop, and you've already seen that. Of course, it's ball screws and linear square rails. And there is something really special with this too. Oh, that, by the way, is the offline controller. I don't know where there's a bigger picture of that. I think if I scroll down, it'll come up. Oh, here we go. Better pictures. So that's the machine there. Okay, full size spindle, linear square rails, obviously precision ball screws, 2 on the Y, and it's all high grade aluminium. 12mm aluminium gantry plates. It's exactly the same as what I used on the AMAX actually. So they got the black one, which is the one I got, and they do a silver one as well. Different materials. Let's scroll down. There's some really big news with this. These are NEMA 23s, but they are servo motors and servo drivers. That's really big. That's really nice, in actual fact. All good quality spindles, and it has a warranty as well, good warranty. This is the super enhanced part of it. It's a double size gantry, so they've got rid of all the flex out of it. There is now no flex. I could go. These are the different units you could have. You could have it with a sort of a handheld if you wanted to. That does a very similar job to the DDC there, which is the offline controller. I'd say that's a pretty good product actually. but I like using Mach 3, as you know. So there you are. And that's the offline controller there. And this is the company that supplies all the American and European companies that sell the Queen Bee and all the different models of that. Yuyong Industries is the company that manufactures them all. There's several different big resellers in Europe and in America, but this is the company that manufactures them for those other companies. So I went straight to the manufacturer and started talking to them. And indeed, I'm going to be making a few videos for them because they gave me a bit of a discount, and I've agreed to make some videos for them. So that is the big machine for people. I've got a bit of a promo here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, that's it there. So you can see it's, you know, linear square rails and twin rails on all the axes, and it's very, very well put together. And I should get it over the next couple of days. Okay, so that is the large machine that I'm going to build and show you how to build it, and you know, how to use it from the very start all the way through to very complex stuff. So that's the Yuyong Industry QueenAnt Pro version 2 Super Enhance. Okay, Super Enhance, so that's the one to get. Okay, so we'll drop that down. And the second machine that I've sent for it's a fair size machine, and it is this one. And again, this is US prices. So this one is, I would say, about 85% assembled. You know, you've got no electrical work to do or anything like that. It's just really plug and play. So I would suggest that this particular model from SainSMART, this is the Genmitsu. That sounds Japanese actually, but it's Chinese. Genmitsu, what have I done? PROVerXL 6050 plus. Bit of a mouthful, but that's what it is. And it's a lovely machine. And it's, you know, it's like I say, it's virtually a plug and play. This one's on the boat, on the way to me. So let's have a look at this a second. So there's the footprint of it. It's 600 by 500, and it's got 115 millimeter. And you can see it's got inches there as well. 23.6 by 19.7 by 4.5 inches, or 115 in the Z. And why I went for this one, because I've seen some very good reports about it, and you can get Carveco with this as well. For, I think it's 3 months of Carveco Maker. And don't forget, if you go for something like this, and you like Carveco, you can use my promo code after you've finished your 3 month or 6 month, whatever it is, with this machine, and go straight on to my promo, and you get 5% off the Carveco program, that is, that you use with this. You don't have to use Carveco with this, but you know, it's probably the best one out there. That's why I use it. So that's the size of the machine, and the big thing with this one is these are NEMA 23s as well. These are, I'll tell you what they are now exactly, if I see. Okay, here we go. 4.4 amp, and they're 3.1 Newton meters. That's the same ones as I've got on my AMAX over there. So, you know, it'll really push, you know, a full-size router. Now, to keep the costs down, what SainSMART have done, they've supplied it with a 300 watt DC spindle. Now what they've done is they've tried to keep this in the category, that's why they kept it under $1,800, so it's kept into a certain category. It's very, very well made, and it'll do the business, you know. It's very strong. That's why I went for it. Like I say, this is a very modern design, not like the 6040s that you see, you know, on eBay or something like that. I would really steer clear of those. This is what I would recommend. So this is the next step up. If you've had a 3018, they actually make a 3018 too. So if you're interested in 3018, go to SainSMART, and they've got a few of them actually. They're all pretty good units. But if you've done your time with the 3018 and you've got a bit of an idea of what you're doing, and you want to move forward to a larger machine, one that you could, with this one as well, you can you know, turn out parts, or you know, sort of make items to sell at your local market or corner shop. This one will absolutely do it. So what they've done is, although it's supplied with this 300 watt DC spindle, of which I put one on the MIDI, exactly the same, they've actually supplied, or they supply in the price of this, a 60, I think it's a 65 millimeter housing, so you can put a Makita router in. Alright, so you can just go to your local store, buy a Makita trim router, and it'll go straight in here. Okay, Makita trim router, I think is about 100 I'm talking US dollars, about 150, 160 US dollars, something like that. And they're very powerful. They're 800 watts, and you can do a lot of work with them. Of course, the next leg up then for this one would be either a 1.5 or a 2.2 kilowatt spindle, like I always use. So you can do a lot with this one. And I would, you know, this is a modern design. It's only been on the market a few months, really, between 6 and 10 months. So you know, they're only just releasing it, and you know, I like it. You know, for that particular size of CNC router, it's well priced, $1,800, you know, American. So I think in about 2 weeks' time, 2 to 3 weeks' time, we'll be having a look at this one and building it. And there's not too much building to it, actually. You've just got to put the gantry on and a few in the bed, and just plug the wires in. Really, that's all you've got to do. And so anyway, that is what we have for the future, you know, and that's going to probably, you know, with doing laser videos as well, that's going to, I'm going to be quite busy from now until Christmas. And I probably, you know, this is going to continue even after Christmas, because, you know, there's a lot to sort of put over to you, I suppose, if you're new starts, of how to operate a CNC router. So the next video will be making a CNC router machine bench. I'm going to make it out of some fairly special material, as in I'm going to use foam ply, because foam ply it's virtually marine ply, and it doesn't move, and it's pretty well perfectly flat, and it'll stay flat. It doesn't warp or anything like that with moisture content. So that'll be, if you're interested on how to make a relatively simple but very sturdy and very adequate CNC router bench. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and if you would like to consider becoming a patron to the channel, that would be absolutely fantastic, because I'm self-funded, and I buy all my own machines. That's why I can say what I absolutely think about it. No one tells me, you know, what I have to say. If I find something that's not right, I'll tell you about it. Okay then. So until the next video, and I hope you join me for that. Bye for now.